Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. Oh, God. It is crazy again because there's always something that breaks. And for some reason, today, shortly before the stream, I have like a, how do you say, like a external like thing, you know, where you plug everything in, and that stopped working. So I couldn't capture my video. So now in the last 10 minutes, what I did is I set on my laptop automatic 1111. First of all, I had to update it, and then I had to set it so it's shared to my main computer, which I'm now on. So I'm rendering on the second computer, but we see it on the first computer. So it's a completely different setup today. There's always something. It's always something. All right. Where is the chat? Let me find the chat first. Let's see who is here. Lots of people. That's nice. Hi, Maisonier Arts. How are you doing? Kruger. Please let me know where you're from. That's always good. Share Grill. How you doing? Dimsons. Hi. Bogdan. Bruce. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. I have something for you, Bruce. Greetings from South Africa, and of course I forgot how to pronounce that. Let me see. I prepared that. Sawubona unjani. Let me know if I pronounce that right or not. Also, who else is here? Let's see. From Vienna, Eric. Hi. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Share Grill. Really interested in learning how to create your own data set. How do you select images and categorize them properly? I made a video about that recently, by the way. Hi, Yanis. Hi, Kruger. How you doing? Who else is here? Vicky. Hi. Thanks for joining. BB Set. Hi. And Sea and Scene. CZ on, please. CZ on? Is something off? Can't you hear me? Wait 1 second. South Africa. This side. Brilliant. Yes, you did. Yeah, really? Okay, that was good. Okay, I try to learn more greetings. So I can speak a little bit Spanish. So, hola mi amigos, ¿cómo estás? But it's just like I can't say more than that. And then I prepared some other stuff. Okay, French. I did not prepare French though. I forgot about it. I have India. I have Hindi. Let me see. Namaste Abkaise Hein. Is that kind of correct? Maybe I'm reading it from over here, to be honest. I didn't completely remember it, but I've tried to learn as many greetings as possible so I can greet different people. Chinese is pretty easy. Like Ni Hao Ma is easier to understand. Bonjour. Yeah, bonjour. That's true. What is how you doing in French? Bonjour? I should know that. Anyways. Okay, Español. Yo hablo español. I forgot everything about that. I can't remember anything. Anyways. Okay, so oh, what do you see on the screen? I don't know that actually. What do I usually use for recording? I use this for recording. That's already good. And then I only have to move this over a little bit. I made one test render here. Let me move this over. There we go. So now I'm using sharing. I actually also made a video about how you can share this. So I'm using my local network basically. Whoops. I'm using my local network so that on the second computer, automatic 1111 is running, and then on this computer I'm streaming, because you can't do the streaming and the rendering at the same time because both use the GPU, and the AI, you can't limit the AI in how much GPU it's using, so it's always using 100%, and that's going to be a bit of a problem. By the way, I'm also on Twitter. Let me find that here. Twitter. There we go. So you can follow me there if you want to. And there I posted some tests today. Hi aus Deutschland. Hallo. Schöne, freundliche Grüße nach Deutschland. I actually speak German. I'm German originally. From Mexico. Yeah, that's cool. You said correct Hindi. Ah, that's awesome. Pretty cool. Very nice. Slava from Ukraine. Hey, hi. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Somalia. Wow, nice. So I need to learn some more versions here. Bonjour. Okay, awesome. All right, so what was I about to say? Oh, yes, you can follow me here. I linked that if you want to. And I did some testing today, like you can see here. Let's open this up. You see, this is done with reference only. So I tried different amount of steps. And you can see like more steps sometimes give you better results, but not always. Like I feel like 50 gives you better results, but 40 not so much. But interestingly enough, 20 gives you rather good results. And then again 50 and kind of 80 too, you know? You see here 50, then these two are always kind of bad. And then the first one is often good, which is kind of strange. So you can see here also the CFG scale on the left side. So I just ran through that, and yeah, this is also not too bad. CFG scale 8 with just 20 steps. So that's kind of good. Good day from Perth. Hey, how are you doing? All the best to Australia. From Switzerland. Hi. From Thailand. Hi. Oh God, I should know that. It's not namaste. Svadika. Svadikrap. Is it krap because I say krap, or is it krap because I say it to a person? Svadikrap, right? If I say it as a guy, right? Okay. I think so. Okay. And then this one is done with DPM++ 2SA Caras. And then I made another one. And that is done with Euler or Euler A. Let's open this up too. It's a different image, of course, but it's the quality of the leather jacket here is very nice. 20 steps again, really good. 30 not so much. 40 getting a little bit better. 50 nice again. Very strange, right? It's very strange. Although these are also not too bad, with a CFG scale of 6.5. This, by the way, is also all of them are done with the model that I trained on Neon photos. Here we have CFG scale 7, yeah, and then we have CFG scale 7.5. So that also has a pretty big impact, right? So yeah, we will try with that. Ich komme aus der Schweiz. Hey, hi, Diego. That's nice. Svadikrap for men, Svadika for women, yes. But when they say it, right, it's about the person who speaks, which is, I don't understand the necessity for that. Why is it different when you say something? It would make sense if it's different when you say it to another person and another person is a woman. But if I say it as a man, why do I need to define that? That's a little bit strange, right? That's what confuses me. Okay, anyways. No, this is not done with clip 2 because I didn't train the model on clip 2. Okay, let me find that. So here we have this. So now we can experiment with that. So I want to do today some experimentation with the preprocessor for reference only. Is there, by the way, do you know, is there a way that I can like hide half of these? Because there is just too much stuff and I feel like I never use most of that. It's probably in the, is there something in the settings that would be interesting? Let me see, ControlNet here. Path directory containing annotator model directories, extra path for scan, directory for detect maps, config file for adapt models. There is not really any way to hide modes, right? ControlNet parameters with send to image. Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, can you make a video on using ControlNet reference only if yes? I have made one yesterday. I was, I think, one of the first people who had a video on that. 1 second. You see, it's not this one, of course, this one here.
This ControlNet method is amazing.
Wait a second. So this is about that method I showed yesterday, right? Is that the right link? Yeah. Must be. Let's click on it. Yes. By the way, this is the photo and this is the AI image, which is amazing because even the person looks similar, right? And the AI image has hoops and stuff like that, so that's pretty amazing. Okay, so I want to experiment with this a little bit, and then we do some segmentation testing, and then we can also talk about model training, right? Okay, so first of all, let's go here to Unsplash, so we can find some images, and then we go to Affinity Photo, so we can actually resize them so they are not too big. How do you what? Sorry, it was hidden by the window here. What did you say? How do you what? How do you self-train your model on neon light photography? By selecting a lot of neon photos. I was actually thinking about maybe using photos from Midjourney 2 to get more specific pictures that I want to have. And then I trained it as a model, and you can also extract a LoRA from a model, which is also interesting. Okay, let's first find the image here, because people told me, hey, yeah, it doesn't work. So we're going to look into that, right? Well, there's an image of an owl. I mean, it does only have one eye open, so maybe we can find a better image of an owl, but we can start with that. Owl? There we go. Ah, this one is cute. Okay, cool. So let's copy this over and then go here, new from clipboard, and then we are gonna export this. Should we crop it first? No. Okay. We can make it a little bit smaller, maybe 1,200, so it's not that big. Hey, a donation, which I can't see. Who? Someone donated. I didn't see a pop-up. I don't get here the message. Is this not working too? What is going on here? Oh, because this is the tutorial recording. I can't actually see it right now. But let me go to the talk view so I can check this out just to say thank you. 1 second. What are we gonna do here? Reference. Let's make a folder here for live stream. Give me a moment, please. Let's go here, and then we go to Buy Me a Coffee. I guess it was Buy Me a Coffee. I'm not quite sure. Verbindung. Oh no! Oh yes, I'm logged in, I guess. Okay. Login code. Oh man. Gotta find the code now. 1 second. Reply to this comment. Oh, is this from now? Hypnotic? Oh, bought 5 coffees. Thank you very much. Okay, I can see it in my email, actually. Hi, Olivia. Just wanted to express my gratitude towards you. You have helped me learn Stable Diffusion and also learn to use Affinity Photo. Wow, that's awesome. Without your help, I would have spent hours on Reddit. Yeah, that is what I'm doing. Piece together everything. Once again, yeah, you're welcome, my friend. That is what I'm doing. Spending all my time on Reddit and other, like on my Discord also, to figure out how things work so I can show that to you. Okay, so now that we have seen that, let's go back here to the stream view, and now we're gonna load this image in here if we find it. I have too many folders. Let's see. Reference. There it is. Boom. Okay, there we have it. We go with pixel perfect. We go with balanced for now. I'm going to switch this over to, let's say, realistic vision. How about that? I hope realistic vision knows what a owl looks like. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so let's... Whoa, what is happening? Let's go here like this. Owl in a forest. Bokeh in background. Okay, let's see if we can do something with that. So here we have the cute owl. This is turned on. The preprocessor is not selected. That's not good. 1 second. Let me find that. There's just too many. Okay, there we go. So now, I feel like we have everything. Another donation. Okay, cool. I have to I have to go back to the window. 1 second. This is... Can I wait a second? Can I just copy that over so I maybe can see it here? How would I do that? Link. There is a link stuff here, right? Browser. Add existing. Oh yeah, buy me a coffee overlay. And then we upscale that. Of course, now I can't see it. Oh, but this is over the settings. Is that okay or is that bad? If this thing is over the settings, because then I get a pop-up. Let me see again if we have something in the email that I can read. Buy me a coffee. There we go. Oh no, this is my login code. So now in this case, I think I can't see it. Or maybe it's still coming. Okay, let's leave the email open. Hey, we have our image already. Look at that. Wow. Oh no, this is the this is the preview. This is not the image that the AI rendered, but this is the image that the AI rendered. Okay, so let's open this up in an extra tab and then turn off ControlNet. We use the same seed and then we do it again to see the difference. Ah, well, I mean, it kind of still looks like the photo, right? Maybe an owl is too similar. I don't know. What do you think? I should actually have a look at my chat. Oh, there we go. From Neon Sparks. Hi, this was through... thank you very much for the donation. This was through the super chat, I think it's called. Okay. What's the specs of your PC? The main... I actually have like a post. I should actually put that into the video info, right? That would be a good idea. I don't know where I put that. I put it somewhere. I put it somewhere. Should we find that now? 1 second, because I posted an update. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at this, like big ass. This is my CPU cooler now. This whole thing that feels like it's a third of the height of the desktop, because my water cooler didn't work anymore. And somewhere I already answered this in here. There it is. There we go. Whoop. That's my setup. Let's post this into the chat so you can check this out. Okay, that's a little bit messy. Oh, and I can't do it. I can't do it because it's too long. Okay. Maybe I can I link to that somehow? You can go to this post and then just look at the list. I hope that works. Okay. Let's go back here. So, 1 second. That's the one that we had before. I mean, this has the bokeh in the background, and this also has bokeh in the background. It's not really a good example. Okay, let's go with a person. I guess that's a better example here. Portrait. Okay, let's go with a portrait. Maybe this guy. Why not? He's famous. He's used a lot in the internet. So let's have him. Sorry, that's a good resolution here. 01. We go back here and then we load this in here. And now when we get an image, it should look like this guy. So first of all, let's do it without the ControlNet. So we have a beautiful man on a black background. All right. Let's see what we get from that. Let's make the resolution also a little bit higher here. Should we go like that? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Reactive says it would be. Oh no. Okay, at least it's a guy. So the internet's you know, is the internet police is not too offended by guys without shirts wearing a sweater. Okay, there we go. So now we get this guy here. This is without ControlNet for now. So that's what that looks right now. Okay, so let's go on and turn this on, and then let's see what we get now. Okay, let's read some comments here. Reactive Film says, I would be interested in how can I use Stable Diffusion for product photography. For example, I have a portemonnaie and I want to create several images with Stable Diffusion. Product is inside. Blah. That's difficult. I mean, you can try to train a model on that portemonnaie, but the problem is it's probably not going to look exactly like that. And for a product photography, you need exactly that product, right? So I'm not quite sure if this is going to work. I mean, it looks more similar to the original, right? This is the original, and this is what we created with ControlNet. So it's not a LoRA, right? It's not a model. It's just creating something that is similar to the image, right? So for that, not too bad. We can actually also try here to have different seats. Let's go here and maybe create 8 guys so we can see that. Let's see. Now you stole my design on the programs. I stole your code, bro. Huh? I don't get that comment. Can you please use a video frame to teach us to make AI video using ControlNet reference only? I have to check that out. How to do video with the ControlNet reference. I'm not quite sure about that yet. In my experience today, I noticed it helps to add certain details like white owl, black owl, and the further away you get from the original conceptually, the harder it is for the model. Yes, if you try to do something completely else, it is not going to work, right? That is like, for example, now if I say I want to have him like in a completely different setting, then that's not going to work. But I mean, you can see a certain similarity. Of course, it's like it's changing. But one thing I would say is similar here to the original is, for example, like, you see, there is like a similarity in the haircut and the positioning. It's not that bad, right? We can also find another image. Do we have another guy in a sweater, maybe? Wait a second. Portrait. Man in sweater. Let's see. But it is not about the posing, and it's not about the what do I want to say? It's not about it looking exactly the same. That's not the idea of that. It's just like you use a reference image, so it creates something similar to that, right? Okay, let's export this. And now we can see the difference from that. And I feel like that gives you a lot of potential just by that, because the other methods, they stick very close to the input, while this gives you more freedom because it's not the exact pose, it's not the exact details. You can still play with that. For example, you can change the ethnicity and stuff like that. So let's render this now. I'm still saying wearing a sweater here, by the way. In the prompt, it just says sweater. It doesn't say white sweater, dark sweater, or anything. It just says sweater in here. It also doesn't say that the guy has a beard or not. So, although these are very similar to what we had before, that's kind of confusing. Oh, because I say on a black background. So that's... oh, there's another donation. Hey, cool. Wow, many donations today. Let's see. Machena says... Have you used green screen footage as an input image or video? I'm looking to use a green screen setup to iterate a storytelling workflow. Any ideas? Could you create masks from that? Maybe that's a possibility, right? That you create a mask or an alpha layer, and then you can use that maybe. Okay, let's see. So here we have some images. I mean, now he has a white sweater. The haircut is also kind of different. It really helps if you describe the scene, but this is, for example, not too bad. But he's not like really picking up on the posing. Is it? Yeah. Beautiful man wearing a sweater. In a winter forest. And then we also going to write side view. Side view. Okay. Let me render 8 of them. And then we are going to turn off and see what we get without ControlNet. To see that. Can we combine several reference only for better result? That's a good idea. I never thought about that. You can certainly combine it with, for example, depth map if you want to have something that is similar. I'm surprised that this is not really as similar as I would have expected. Also, when you write man, you often get like a bearded man. So that's kind of strange. By the way, with the green screen, you could probably also try to render it with a green background as an output and then use After Effects to key that out as if you would have a green screen. Maybe that's also a possibility, right? To do it like that. How is this different from image to image? We can also try image to image. This is actually working surprisingly bad, to be honest. It doesn't look like the guy. It's like, I'm surprised. Because with my neon images, it worked better. So let's keep this here. Let's open that up in a new tab. And then we turn this off and see what we get, if this is completely different or very similar. Okay. Tracking ControlNet is more important. Try ticking control. Try ticking control is more important. That's a good idea. But you can also see now without ControlNet, we get something completely different. So that's also interesting. Let that render 1 second. There we go. So now we have, this is the grid with ControlNet. It does have a similar sweater. And it has a similar like overall feel. And these are the other images. And you can see that each of these images is very different from each other, right? You see? They are kind of similar. They look like they are from the same series of photos. While these are very different. Different lighting, different warmth, different body position, all kinds of different stuff here, right? So you can actually see that this does have a huge impact on the image, right? I probably need to describe better what I want to have here, for example, with a shaved face and wavy hair, and then I get a better result for that, right? But we can also, for example, combine this when I load the same image here again, and then I'm using here, let's use a depth map. So I'm going to use a depth map here. Do I have depth? Yeah, I do have depth. Okay, so let's enable this, pixel perfect. And then this is disabled now. So this is now only the depth map. So let's render another 8 with only the depth map. Let me close some stuff here so we're not getting overwhelmed by all these different folders here. Tabs, sorry. Okay, so this is going to start in a second. Oh yeah, you can see now we have the position, but of course it's rendering all kinds of stuff. All right. Have you tried upscaling using tiled VAE? Tiled VAE, multiple faces on the body. If you get multiple faces with the OpenNet tiled, which I also made a video, you need to you need to subscribe and turn on the bell button on my channel to see all the videos because I'm doing so much stuff. I made a video about that. If you get a face in there, you need to delete the information from the prompt up here because it's rendering each image individually. So if you have face in there or beautiful women, it will try to create a beautiful woman or beautiful guy in that image in every of the tiles, right? So this is probably why it's going to happen. So here you can see this is now without the reference only. So we have different sweaters. Sometimes the guy is looking into a different direction, and he's wearing a hat for some reason. It's all kind of craziness going on. Okay, so now let's turn this also on. So here we have now reference only, and we have here the depth map. So now we should actually get pretty good results from that. Although it's still going to be a guy with a beard, because for some reason Realistic Vision loves to create images with a beard. Okay, let me see the chat here. I cannot use view reference only. I'm getting an error, really? There's different solutions you can do. You can, okay, I can show you. 1 second. Let me, why is this? That is very strange. Wait a second. We have turned this on. No. Oh, no, this is okay. And then we have turned this on. So why he's looking in different directions? Maybe because of the depth map. Ah. Yeah. That is kind of strange. I'm surprised. Let me see. I mean, the depth map looks kind of okay. Ah, that's very strange. So he's looking in the wrong direction for some reason. Because this is seen as hair. You see the nose here, that part is seen as wavy hair. But he has more often the same sweater here compared to what we had before. You see? Like this is picking up on that. Here for some reason has a red sweater, which can happen because of the seed. But you see that there is more similarity between them. So it has its good side, it has its bad sides. If I describe the scene better here, we get a better result. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, let's talk about how to fix that stuff. So can you actually see my screen? Yes, you can, right? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. So there's two things you can do. First of all, of course, turn off automatic 1111. And then you have here your extensions folder. Now in here, no, sorry. In here, you have your ControlNet folder. There's all of the models in there, so you don't want to delete that right away. You can see mine is 21 gigabyte big. So you move that to a different location on your drive, and then you start automatic 1111 again, and you install ControlNet again, and then you go in here, and you move these models and YAML files over to the new folder, and now you can delete the old folder, right? So that makes a fresh install of ControlNet. Then maybe it's going to work. Another thing you want to do, of course, is to update your automatic 1111 by writing git pull into the webui-user.bat. This only works if you have installed it using git pull. If you didn't, it might not work. And another thing, if nothing works, or if your automatic 11 is very slow or buggy, you can try to delete the venv folder. And when you start automatic 1111 again, it's going through the install process again, but of course it keeps all of the folders. It's just recreating the venv folder, which is downloading several gigabytes of data. But then it's probably going to run faster and solve some problems and just be a smoother experience, because the updates break automatic 1111. So once in a while, it's actually good to completely reinstall it if you have problems there. Okay. Should we try to fix this image or try to do other experimentation? We can, for example, like switch over here to something like head, I would say. Where's head actually? I can't see it. Man, there is so much stuff in here now. Segmentation, threshold. I don't see it at all. What is this, by the way? Layers. Am I blind? Where's head? There's normal map. We can use just Canny. Can try that. Do I have the Canny map down here? Please tell me. Oh yeah, I have it. Okay, cool. Let's create a preview here. That's better. That looks like a face. Okay. So let's render this again. Maybe just render 4 and then this should work. And let me look at the chat real quick. Hiding his face. Oh yeah. The guy's hiding his face. Try to combine reference only and open posts to get similar poses. Also good idea. I mean, now we have like, this is like basically recreating the photo now because Canny is very to the point. Oh, he's getting a beard. All right. So now, as you can see, we have something that is very close to the original. Now I'm interested what we get if we turn off reference image. So this is the next test we're going to do. So this is the result we got now. Very, very, very similar. Now this is without reference image. The next one that we are rendering. All my images are kind of blurry and disappointed. Try. I mean, there's a lot of things you can try. Like change the prompt. Look at the negative prompt, what you're doing. Look at the model that you're using. Check the settings that you're using. One thing that might be a problem is when you're using high-res fix here, and then you set the denoise to a too low value. For some reason, I also get blurry images if I do that. So yeah. Oh, this is already rendered. And again, we have a bearded guide for some reason. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, actually. Wait a second. So this is with reference image, and this is without the reference image. I mean, still, the reference image has more of the original style of the image with the background, with the coloring and everything, while this is creating a different forest in the background, more green in there. And you can see that the values between these images are also, again, different, while here they are closer together. So I think it's a good idea to have that. And you can also do other things. As I showed you in my video, you can also do like artistic things or whatever with that. Let's try that. Fiti. I can't. This is my how do you say, dyslexia is I cannot for the life of it remember how to write graffiti, how to spell graffiti. Is this actually correct what I'm spelling here? Graffiti. Is this how you write graffiti? No. How do you write that? Graffiti? Graffiti. There we go. Graffiti. Okay. Good. Let me check this here. Let's see if we get something. Well, it's a little bit dark. Let's see if we get something better. This is maybe cool. It's very similar to what I did in my this is the image that I used in my tutorial. Oh, with the smoke. We could do something with the smoke. The climbing thing, this is again something for the body position. It is like a lot of like strange shapes of hands and stuff. I don't think that's going to work. But with the smoke, that would be interesting. Let's try that. I want to see how that turns out. Let's go here and then export this. And then we make it, yeah, it's 1200. Let's say 0.3. What's the time, by the way? 40 minutes, that's okay. So we're going to switch over to segmentation soonish. But let's do some more testing here first. I hope that's interesting. Okay, so we need to write a new prompt here. Guy with a mask. Guy wearing a devil mask surrounded by red smoke. How about that? Smoky? Smoke. How do you write smoke? 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 With a E, with a silent E, right? Smoke? Smoke? Smoke, yes, okay, good, with an E. All right, so we have this, we have to enable this, we disable this one here, so it's not counting, it's white now. Maybe let's take some more render steps here. Let's go with 25. Okay, again, can you do loads of examples with reference images? You mean in the tutorial video or where? Like I'm doing it right now here. With the tutorial, no. Because the reason is nobody's going to watch that, right? People want to see it and then they want to try it right away. They're not going to sit around like 20 minutes looking at different examples of, hey, this is how it looks like with a guy and with a woman, and then here is with the car. And unless there is some like advice I can give, which I usually can't give if I make a video at the same day that a new tool is coming out. I don't have the time to test it, but at the same time I have to be like putting it online and people want to test it themselves, right? So if I make like my video is like 6 minutes long and most people watched it for 2.5 minutes, right? They didn't watch the 6 minutes. So if I make a 30-minute video, this is kind of not great. Oh, I had a typo here. It's not double mask. Let's try this again. But on occasion I try to make longer videos. It's always like a balance between who is going to watch it and why are people going to watch it, right? So you can either have deep value in an image, in a video, which means that not too many people are going to watch it because they're not looking for the value, but they will enjoy it more. And then you can also have stuff that a lot of people watch, but it doesn't have too much, like it stays more on the surface, right? Which is necessary to reach more people because it has to be wider from the topic, right? So you always have this kind of balance between that, right? And this is true for everything, right? Even if you go to the opera, right? High culture, right? What are they playing? They're playing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. You don't see any new pieces in opera. Why? Because people don't buy tickets for that. They don't know who that is or what that is. They don't want to buy that. They want to see the old stuff again, right? Because they already know it's good, so it's low risk, right? So yeah, that's just like how it works. Sadly, yeah. Anyways, this is crazy bad. Why doesn't this work? Oh, he looks like the Joker. Wait, I didn't even look at the picture, to be honest. With a guy. So I think if it's too complex, it's probably not going to work. Better try Joker face. Yeah, that's a good example with smoke. Did I not write smoke? Surrounded by red smoke? Yes. Let's see what we get from that. Wonder if your demographic shows a difference in watch time based on age. Probably more based on location, although my videos are very late because my editing has become more complex and my research has become more complex. It just takes a lot more time than it did in the past. Yeah. Restore face is on. Oh. Okay. That is really surprising. So these have very little to do with the original. Is it even on? Did I forget to put it on? Let's go here to ControlNet. It's more important. Maybe turn this off. No, let's turn this on. Loop back. Okay, let's try this again. Is it possible to use ControlNet reference only with a real photo, but an animation like model? That's kind of a good question with a clown face. Okay, let's write Joker. You have convinced me. Let's write Joker. Let's see. He's down here eating some ice cream or painting his lips. Who knows? I like that he has like a smoke haircut. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. Look, he has like smoky hair. Wow, nice. And this guy, wait a second, this guy here. Oh, he's like painting his lips. I mean, the result is not bad, to be honest. It's just not what we asked for. Okay, let's do this one more time. There is the choker. There we have our choker boy. I guess because this is more complex, we probably also need a second control net for that. But that already looks pretty good. It's possible, same way the other way around. Yeah, we're gonna try that in a second. If you open the drop-down menu for ControlNet models, then start typing the name of the model. Really? That works? Interesting. So that's a lot better, I would say. This has like similar characteristics to the original from the style and from the like just how it feels. You see, like this is the original. So from this kind of, you see from the way the colors are edited, I feel like this is similar, right? Or the way the gray looks and stuff like that, and the brick wall in the background. Okay, so let's try this, but, oh, sorry. Let's turn on here this, enable with Canny. Let's see what Canny gives us. Might not be the best idea. I'm not quite sure here. We can use normal. Let's see what normal gives us. It's even worse. Depth layers. Normal BAE. We can try that one. Let's go to 1. Did I turn it on? Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. It looked good for a second and then it died. What is going on here? Maybe it's a little bit too strong right now. Yeah, that didn't work at all. It's an interesting result though. Let's go with Canny and let's see what that does. There we go. How to train clothes using Koya SS. I don't know if you will get good results with that for clothing. You have to understand, like, AI is not smart, even if intelligent is in the name of it. AI does not understand what is going on. It's just trying to create something that is kind of similar. So this is actually not too bad. This is the original, and this is then the new version. Okay, one more where we use just Canny. Let's see what happens there. Oh, also not too bad. But you can see this has a very different feeling to it. If you have the direct comparison, whoops, sorry. So this is with Canny only. And this is then with the reference again turned on. Let's render this again one more time. And then we're going to use like a photo of a person again. And we're going to, you see, that does a lot. So this is the reference image. And this is created with ControlNet reference only and Canny. And this is just with Canny. And you can see, like, only Canny has no idea what the image looks like. It doesn't have the style or the color, or even the brick wall in the background is different. And here it's like, you see the color editing, the color adjustment of the original is kind of there. It's not completely there. We probably have to adjust the prompt better, but it's kind of there. It's not too bad. It actually does a pretty good job. And at the same time, it gives you more artistic freedom. Okay, what do we want to try? Oh yes, loading a face. So let me turn this off. And then we're going to load a face here. We can use the guy again. And then we have to rewrite the prompt here. Masterpiece guy in a sweater. And then anime style. Okay, let's go and use ref animated and see what we get from that. We go to clip skip 2, and I'm going to switch here for the VAE, and then we're going to see what we get. I have the wrong ratio. 1 second. Wrong ratio. Now we go. Now we're good. I'm surprised you guys were able to train anything. I must have really messed up my installation. 3 installs of Python conflict modules is officially hopeless. Really? So many problems. Ah, there we go. He doesn't have a black sweater, but yeah, it's Did I turn it on? Yeah. Let's go here to balanced. Try again. That is surprising. Okay. Wearing a dark sweater. Anime style. Okay, let's try this again. Yes, we can turn off restore face. But why would you turn it off? If you create a face, why would you turn it off? So that's already better. But it's surprisingly different. Interesting. Okay, so this is with ControlNet. Let's turn this off and make the same image without ControlNet. Where do we have that? Let me close the other ones here. This is the one. Let me close these ones here. There we go. Aha! So this is without it. Well, it does have some impact, right? So that's pretty cool. This doesn't. Oh, it doesn't show it because it's not there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And what you can also do is, like, let's turn this on again. We can have here, for example, an Asian man, and it will create that, which is nice. Wearing a dark. Let's write dark gray sweater, anime style. STVE dropdown and clip skip slider is from new version. No, it's not from the new version. You have to add something to the. I don't know why they don't add it to the normal, because it's so useful. You have to go to. I actually have it in my last video. If you go to my last video to the end of the video, you can see it there. 1 second. You can see the settings there in this one. Copy. There. At the end of the video is the settings. Okay, so here we have the Asian guy. Yeah, pretty cool. It still doesn't have a dark sweater. Huh. Crazy. I don't understand why. Wearing a dark gray sweater. Why doesn't it work? Interesting. By the way, let's also use here DPM++ 2 as a Keras. Let's see what we get there. That might be closer to it or not. Already looks like it's not. So the sampler has also to do with how much this will pick up on the actual. Oh, maybe we have to put the CFG scale a little bit higher. And then what's the time? Okay, we have to switch over to the next stuff actually. Let's go here with 7.5. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Ivan says, great channel. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Do you think reference only works well with SD Inpaint? I have no idea. Not tried it with Inpaint yet. But you can see, like, it's not super reliable. It's not creating the same image as the input. I'm really surprised why it is creating such a different image. Okay. Next, I think we're gonna check out. Should we check out, because I wanted to check out segmentation. That was also very interesting. Segmentation. Let's look at this one here. Let's have a preview. Or not. Did it crash? What's going on here? 1 second. Segmentation. Why do I not get a button here for preview? Something is not right. Let's restart this. Let's see now. Segmentation, where are you? There. There we go. Load the image. Ah, okay, very nice. Okay, cool. So we probably, for segmentation, we want to higher strength and ControlNet is more important, but it's on 1. I mean, we can still put it higher. Do you prefer Stable Diffusion or Midjourney? I do most of my testing, of course, with Stable Diffusion because there's just more stuff happening. But I use Midjourney if I need the image right away. I use Midjourney, and if I don't, I use Stable Diffusion for testing and for creative purposes. This is the photo that I used in my last video, in my tutorial. We can actually use this one. So when we wait a second, let's copy this. And we can experiment with that a little bit. Go here, export, make this a little bit smaller maybe. 0.04. Okay, we go here and there, and then we load that image. And now we create the map from that. You can see this is now the map here. And so this would create a room. Of course, now we have to load something here. Oh, give me a moment. We can use this one here. Oh, this is for the wrong. Oh, wait a second. I think I saved that. Did I save that? No, I didn't. 1 moment. Let me find an image. We can actually go here. No, this is the wrong side. We can actually use these. Send it here. And then let's just make raw. Room, just like a room. Let's just write room. That's enough. Pixel perfect. Yes, please. So we do that first. Restore faces off. We make it white. You were saying earlier that you couldn't find. Oh, okay. Boy, I was. What is happening right now? Let me see. Is there an error? Runtime error. You have to select the ControlNet model. Oh, I'm an idiot. La 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 la. There we go. I tried too many times not to let him notice it. What? You were saying earlier that you couldn't find the head preprocessor. There are 3 now called Scribble Head. Oh, Soft Edge Head and Soft Edge Head Save. Oh, they changed that. Interesting. Cool. There we have the room. So this one, like segmentation, is if you want to have something that works right away out of the box, this is actually a lot easier than the reference only. The reference only is a little bit more abstract to wrap the head around. It's more like getting something that looks similar to the input in the artistic feel, I would say. Like here, you can actually get a very similar input, but now because this is segmentation and it works with how do you call that? AI image, not tracking, but what's the right word here? the AI understands what's the content of the recognition, image recognition. So for example, we have a sofa here, a couch. So I can right now with a red sofa. And then when I render this again, we should have a red sofa now. Or probably also the wall is going to be red. Okay. That is one of the problems that I also had in my video, is that it like kind of turns everything red now. So that's a little bit of a downside here. Let's write white walls, blue cupboard. Let's see if that works. Yes, look at that. The cupboard is not, it's probably not understanding this is a cupboard. How would you call that? Schränkchen. What is Schränkchen in English? Schränkchen English. Closet. Closet? Really? Closet? Blue closet. Okay, let's try again. By the way, before we delete that, here's the image. Looks pretty, I would say, pretty cool. So you can do like different designs and stuff if you have already the room image. And now we're going to add a painting to the wall in a second. Let me first, this didn't turn it blue at all. Anyways, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to open it up here. And this is, I already showed that in my video, but still it's a pretty cool trick. So now we have this, and red is the color for a painting also. So I can set this like so. Let's go like this. And then we're going to recolor this in red. It might be the wrong red, but I'm pretty sure this should work. Now I export this as 5. And now I'm importing this here as the source. If I find it first, there we go. Now I turn this preprocessor off because it's already processed. And now we are going to write with, painting of a, let's say painting of a woman. Okay. That should now have a painting of a woman on the wall. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So now we have a painting of a woman at the wall. Exactly where I put it. That's the cool thing about segmentation. It's exactly where I put it. It's not just anywhere. Yeah, I put it there and boom, there it is. Right? And I can, of course, also change that. And this is also something you can use with Inpainting, by the way. So I can change the shape here, like so. And then I will change also my prompt to a guy, so we don't have a like a nude woman here for like suddenly. But that is like, I really like that about this method. So let's have here painting of a, or let's say woman in a dress. And then I'm going to hold my button here for the scene change, unless she's getting like naked here. Do we have? Oh no, the dress is there. Okay, good. We are saved. Saved by the bell. Okay, let me have a look at the, look at that. Look at how cool that is. Look how awesome that is. That is fantastic. Okay, now the sofa is white for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, but can we actually, we should be able to change the situation too, right? Raw. Let's write here sunset golden hour, and we should have the room in a different light. Yeah, well, it made the walls, it made the walls yellow now. So, but I feel like it's also a different light situation. It looks more like sunset light, right? Let's write here at night. I want to see what happens there. At night. I love segmentation. I'm not sure why I didn't use that earlier. Okay, at night doesn't really work so well. I think at night doesn't work. I mean, we can't emphasize it here with these round brackets. But that's like super powerful, right? No. Oh, yes. Hey, the light is turned on. Yeah. Wow. I will show you in a second. That is amazing. That is amazing. Look, it turned on the light here on the right side. That is really cool. Look at this. I mean, it's kind of on here too, to be honest. But here it's like actually on. And you actually have a light here on the closet. And like, that is pretty cool, right? Dress 1.5 lower. Yeah. And also put nude in the negative prompt. That would be a good idea. What else? A9X says I trained close as CKPT with it, and I want to use the security model face with close model and use them together. I used merge checkpoint. If you want to have multiple things at the same time, I kind of feel like LoRa's are the better idea. Because you can combine LoRa's, but you cannot combine checkpoints. You can merge checkpoints, but it's a question if that works or not, right? LoRa's is probably easier to do. With LoRa's, you can like do a lot of different things. If you check out on Civet AI, there's lots of different LoRa's for different purposes, and yeah, we can actually also remove this here on the right side, because this is probably defined as a window. So if we remove that, we should have no window here on the side. Let me go like this until here. Let's sample from here. And then we go like this, down here, a little bit lower, and turn this into the ground. Oh, it didn't pick up on the color. Oh, okay, so let's, I changed the stroke color. Okay, so now that we have this and there's no window anymore, maybe we get a better night scene. I want to see that. 1 second, let's go here. This is the new one. No, no, okay. Let's see what this generates. Oh, why is it still here on the left side creating? I'm confused. Let's try this again. Oh, it's using the same seed. Oh, we are still at clip skip and we are ref animated anyways. Let's try a different seed here. So that is actually surprising that this is happening. I also don't understand why that is happening. What's the image like? So the image doesn't have a wall here and it doesn't have a window here, which is really interesting. Oh, and now it changed. You see, different seat, different room. Interesting. But now we actually have a night scene, which is also very cool. For some reason, it created a lamp here without necessity, but it created an actual night scene, which is it's very, very good. Did I write window in here? No. We could probably write window into the negative prompt to remove the window. So that's a little bit stupid that it may see a daylight window when you have overall a night scene. That's a little bit strange. Window. Let's put this here. It's a 4080. Yeah, I have a 4080, which is like, it sounds like really how do you say decadent. I have a 4080 in my desktop computer, and then I have a 3080 Ti in my laptop, which is crazy. Oh, now it created the window on the other side. That is really strange. Windows. But I use both of them a lot. Like, I would not have expected that, but I'm actually using both of them a lot. Really crazy. Because, well, I do this as my main job, right? With the YouTube videos, so it actually makes a lot of sense. And then when I travel, I can use this like very powerful laptop So that's pretty cool. So now we don't have a window here. And then we can also write here door and doors. And then we see what we get. You have a 3080 Ti in your desktop? That's good. And it's probably stronger than what I have in my laptop. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people have like a 1060 or something, like a pretty old graphics card, and it's like really slow for the rendering and the training, in which case I probably would suggest to use an online service. So now we don't have windows, we don't have doors, we have a flat wall in the background, we have a night scene. So all of that has turned out pretty well, I would say. We can write here morning light. So I'm very, very happy with segmentation and what you can do with that, and how like this is actually giving you a lot of control over the image content and stuff like that. Actually, I want to try if we make this sofa here bigger, what we get from that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That is fantastic. Okay. I want to go in here. And we're going to rearrange these objects. We're going to build a new room. Well, let me try that. So we're going to merge visible so everything is on one layer. And then, okay, let me think for a moment how we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. We're going to stretch this out. And we are going to stretch this out so we have a clean wall and a clean ground. And then I'm going to select the individual elements here. Like so. Subtract this here. And then also in here. This is taking a little bit, but not too long. Don't worry. I'm going to be quick about that. So this is our plant here. Now we're going to go down here and select this sofa. Copy that to a new layer. We're going to go back here. We're going to select this stuff here. Oh, this is... Oh, no! 1 second. Yeah, that worked. That didn't work. Wait. Give me a moment. Un momento, por favor. I remember a little bit. Señores y señoritas, is E, is and, E? Un momento, por favor? Or is this Italian? Is it Spanish? Can't remember. Okay. This is the next one here, with this cupboard or whatever that is. So next we're gonna delete that. We're gonna go here and select the lamp. That is gonna be a pain. Oh, there we go. Yes, okay, we have it already. And then we're gonna deselect, and then we're going to go a little bit bigger here, like so. This reminds me of Just Dance. You know, this kind of game where you have these characters, they're all these kind of main colors. Looks a little bit like it, right? Okay, I don't know what this is, but we will also copy that over. Okay. Now we can hide this. So now let's create the... It's like playing Sims, actually. Now let's create the room of our dreams, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'm gonna put this here, and then we're gonna flip that. I think you can maybe use that as a room designer, right? You can use this to... Actually, we can put this on the ground, maybe. How about that? Should we... Well, no, that's not good. Maybe we make this a little bit smaller, like so, and then we put this up here. And I don't know what this is, but let's put that here. Is it... What is that? It's kind of a picture frame or something. I'm not quite sure. And then we also need the painting again. Oh, that's in the background. 1 second. Boop. There we have it. So now we have the painting here. And then because this is like someone who really likes his own like paintings or like whatever. We put some more paintings here on the wall, like this one, like so. It's a very ugly room design, to be honest. Contender for the ugliest room. Maybe let's flip this again and put it here on the side. Is that a good idea? Like so. We can actually or should we overlap it? Okay, anyways. Export 08. So now we have already exists. Oh, 08. What the hell? What did I do? Did I override it? I think I override it. It doesn't matter actually. Okay, let's go back here. We delete this, we load this, we click here just to, it doesn't really matter, but anyways, let's generate. Let's me go. Really? With a 1060 and X format, you can go 1560 by 1024? That is amazing. I did not expect that. That is pretty amazing. So look at that. So here we have our new room design with our several images here, which not all of them are a portrait of a woman. I'm a little bit disappointed. And then we have actually changed the size here and the shape of our little cupboard, closet, whatever you call that. We have our plant here, which is pretty cool. That actually like really worked well, right? Well, what do you think? That is surprising. That, I mean, I'm really happy with that. We can actually, let's make this bigger here and that one. Like so. Put this like so. Maybe delete this, is a little bit too much. And then maybe we make this a little bit smaller. And we put one here. And we put one here, maybe a little bit longer. And then we put one here. I'm not a room designer, as you can see. Export 09. Oh, my numpad is off for some reason. There we go. Let's try this again. Now we have a bigger sofa. This one. Okay, let's go. Couches for dwarfs, though. Yeah. Hey, there it is. Look at that. I love segmentation. That is such a cool tool. Isn't that amazing? I love that. That is so cool. You can use latent couple and regional prompter to adjust details of certain parts in the room. Also a good idea. Yeah. That's also good. Lamp is too big. Well, some people have big lamps. I like big lamps and I cannot lie. Yeah. Because I like to read all night. Oh, hey, we have to click on the add button. So I can actually buy the big lamp, not just render it. There we go. Okay. That's amazing. I mean, now it turned into landscapes, which are, by the way, have you noticed the stuff that the images, the paintings that Automatic 1111 is creating are sweet. Look at these cool images here. Look at that. Look how great they are. That is really cool. There's some really good stuff in there. I also had for my preparation for my tutorial, I set an image of a beach and it created such cool abstract images of beaches. Actually, let me hide all of that stuff here because I want to show you. 1 second. Let's just have this sofa here, and then we put some images here so I can show you. Let's go like this and then like that. Make all of that a little bit bigger and like that. And then export this. Export. And I feel like for inspiration purposes, there's some really good stuff in there. 10. Okay. You have to see that. That is so cool. 1 second. There we go. Paintings of painting. paintings of a beach. Let's go like that. And then we're going to create 8 images with a random seed. Whoops, sorry. Ref animated. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go like this. Comes to ComfUI fast. Does ComfUI have ControlNet yet or no? I haven't used ComfUI quite a while, to be honest. I want to use it more, but I haven't. I really want to use it more. I think like these might turn out a little bit boring. Maybe I used realistic vision. I didn't use ref animated last time. But let's see. And maybe we should also like make only 4 images. Fixed itself. What is clever? Can you make the painting on an angle? Can you make the painting on an angle? You should be able to do that because it will create perspective from what you input here. We can find an image where it is already on an angle, so the perspective is fitting. There would be one, but it's a little bit dark. Let me find one here. There we have one at an angle. You see here? So we're going to use that. Copy image. New from clipboard. Save. Export. We call this 11. And then let me go back here. This should be finished now. Let's see what we get. Oh, sorry. Kind of nice. I mean, they are pretty nice. They're still like very nice images. There is one missing, strangely enough. Yeah. Let's go here with realistic vision for a second. What did I write in the other one? Let's go here with 4. One moment. Is there a way to test a prompt in every model? Yes, of course. You can test it in every model with the X epsilon. I will show you in a second. These are again photos. I don't want to have that. Let's go here with abstract paintings. Abstract paintings of a beach. I have to find the original image and see what I did there because it created so cool images. It was so nice. It creates an image in an image here. Okay, so for some reason it's not working right now. Anyways, let's load the other one here, and then let's load this one here. 1 second. Segmentation, no. There we go. You see now it's on an angle, so that should work. It's creating 4. Let's cancel that. Create 1. Rotate the painting. Interesting. But you can see that it, of course, like you do have flat spaces here, but the spaces have a certain form of dimension, so the AI can figure it out, even though this is a flat shape, that it is in a perspective angle, and so it can create a perspective room from a actually flat shape, right? And you can see like the painting is also on an angle now. This has actually turned out pretty well, other than the outside here, which for some reason is really crazy with the palm trees. Look at how nice it made the sofa, the couch with the cushions and everything here. Cushions? Do you say cushions? Okay. What was the other thing that we wanted to do? I forgot. Oh yes, the X epsilon thing. So you can go down here to script. Can you see that on my screen? Oh, let me turn this off. You go here to script, and there you have the X epsilon plot. And in the plot, you can select here the checkpoint name. And then when you click on this, this is going to add every checkpoint you have loaded. For me, that's a lot, so I'm not going to do that. But alternatively, let's say, for example, sampler. So when I click here, this is now adding every sampler in here. So you can now delete the samplers you don't want to have. And it's going to render through all of these samplers, which we can actually do now. So let's go, for example, with deleting these. And then I want to delete this. And then I'm going to go with DDIM like so. So now we have 4 different samplers. No, it's 5 different samplers. Let's go with 4 to not overdo it here. And now this is not just rendering it in 4 images, it's also creating a little chart for me to show which is which. You see? So this is why it's taking longer now. Okay, let's go for the chat here real quick. No, wrong. 1 second. I don't mean the angle, I meant the painting is off center, like the painting is crooked. Oh, I see. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Go like this. Export. Oh, we can. That's actually a good idea. We can go like and like create a like a trashed room, abandoned room, or something like that. Deine Videos sind super hilfreich. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you. You see it creates something like that. And then actually when you zoom in, like when you open it in a tab, you will see that this has a higher resolution. But when you do too many of those, they are not going to be the full resolution. So you will, the more images you create at the same time, the less less resolution they will have in this overview. But it's still pretty cool, right? And if you have, like, for example, different steps, then it's creating a second row to show you all of the combinations, or a third row, depending on what you're doing here. You can also like combine words. You can do a lot of stuff with that. That's really, really cool. Okay, so let's go here and load this one in. We're gonna turn this off. 1 second. None. And then we're gonna go here and create just one image. Yeah, you see it's now it's on an angle. So that's actually working. The other one, for some reason, is again missing. I don't know why. It's a little bit strange. Okay. And then let's write here room. Abandoned, trashed room. I want to see if that works. We probably have to change more in here to get that working. Let me go like this with the double brackets. Abandoned, trashed, dirty room. I mean, it did it a little bit. Let's see what it's doing now. Actually, I want to see. Oh, wow. This actually turns out pretty well. Wow, look at that. That is not too bad. It's actually really a trash room. Now, one thing I want to try here is, let me rasterize this. And then I'm going to delete some parts of it. Like as if a part of the image is missing, right? And I want to see if this is doing it or not. Let's delete this one here. It's not working anyways. 13. I want to see that. If that works, that's pretty cool. There we go. It was another game that was in development for years. Which game was in development for years? Squirrel. Fluff Squirrel on Olivio's channel? What is that about the squirrel? Steam? Huh? I'm missing the conversation right now. Many services like to run pod, but oh, my cat wants to come inside. Oh, it created 2 images. And one is completely trashed and the other one is kind of okay. And the sofa turned into like a broken stove. That is strange. I'm letting my cat in 1 second. Come, Beluga. Na, Mama. Na, Mama. Mama, komm mal her, mein Baby. Komm mal her, du musst Hallo sagen zu unserer Community hier. Du bist doch das Community-Mauzi. Ah, na, Mama. Mama. So. Oh, 1 second. Where's my camera? There we go. Hallo, du dickes Baby. Oh, Mama. Hä? Sag mal. Komm, sag mal, Mau. Du bist ja was für schüchtern, Baby. Mau, Mau, sag mal. Mau. Belusi. Sag was, Belusi, komm. Mau, hä? Mau, Mau. Hä? Komm. Komm, sag was. Hä? Sag was. Doesn't want to say something. Huh? Baby. Baby. Okay. Mau. All right. All right. So far, so good. What did we do? Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, wow. Now it's like not even an image anymore. Okay, so I guess if you go too far, it's changing it into something else. But, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Very nice. All right. What else do we want to do? Why, by the way, why am I so big in the image here? Is that too big? Should I make it a little smaller a little bit, maybe? Like so? I don't know. There we go. Okay. Should we do something else? What's the time? 1.5 hours? Or should we do like... We also wanted to talk about the training. So I wanted to show you maybe with the sets. Let me switch over. 1 second. This is wrong. Let me switch you to the big camera so I can find the folders. LoRA training. Oh, yes. Neon portrait. Images. There we go. Okay. So I can show you this one here. This is already on extra large. Yes. Okay. There we go. So as you can see here, I have a lot of these neon images that I downloaded from Unsplash. So they are legal to use basically for downloading. And then, yeah, I trained on them. And you do get other results than you would get from the original model because, of course, most of the AI models are not trained on neon light, but they are also not trained on this kind of photography. And that is one of the major things. Like a lot of images when you create them, they look very similar, AI-ish. They have this kind of AI style to them. And I want to create something that is more natural, actually like photographers would do stuff, right? As you can see here, like these, you see the like the way that the face is photographed from the side, off center, pushed into the image, right? So this is not something you can easily do with AI. Hey, there's another donation. Thank you very much from Yanis. I want to create one character with the same face but different backgrounds, clothes, poses, etc. in 2 words. How do I start, please? That is pretty easy because you only need to train a LoRA for a face. So basically what you want to do here is, I have here another training set here. I trained images of Amy Garcia, which is easy because she's a famous actress. So it was easy to find all kinds of images. So what you want to do here is you want to have images from all kinds of different directions, different sizes of the face, different clothing styles, different face expressions, different light situations, ideally. And then, yeah, you train that as a LoRA. And you get a really good result with not too many images, not too many steps. You can get something that looks really nice for that person. I don't resize the images. I make them smaller, but I don't like cut them into square, as was suggested in the beginning. Because the reason I don't do that is, for example, if you have this image here and I cut it in square, the legs are missing. So I have no image with legs because all leg images are long. So I can't do that. And Koya will actually like create different ratios and train on different ratios, right? So that makes a lot more sense than you just have everything square afterwards. And this is just for training purposes. This is just for my private use. I'm not going to upload that model anywhere because I don't have any rights to her images, right? So this is just for private research. But for the neon images, I'm not creating images of a person. I'm creating images of a style. And I feel like that's different, right? And also these are legal to use from Unsplash. There's a lot of amazing images in here. Yeah. I still have to figure out how to do that better. Because from what I have created so far, of course, the thing is that AI doesn't understand what is going on in the image because AI, like I said, AI is not smart. So as you can see, for example, with this image, there is, of course, a relation between the light source and the color reflection on the person. So we have a pink light here, so we get pink light on the face. And then we have blue light here, so we get blue light on the shirt. But AI doesn't understand these connections between the things. It just understands, oh, there's some color, so I'm going to put some color. So it makes it look like neon, but not with these relations. And that's kind of interesting to figure that out. How do you create these relations maybe to maybe arrive at something like that? But in here, like this is on my laptop, I trained a different model on my laptop. It's not the latest model, so this is going to look different from what I showed you recently. But I have here, for example, here I have neon. 50-50 mixed my neon training set with the Realistic Vision 20. So we can create an image with that. So let's talk a little bit about that maybe. Let's go like this. And then we're gonna go here, raw, a woman in a hoodie with short curly hair. And then we want to have blue neon light, or we can just write colorful neon light for now. Colorful neon light. Okay, so let's first make this image. Let's go here with Euler. Wait a second. I want to turn this off. I want to turn this off. So this is now a different topic. Okay. So this is what my model mixed with realistic vision is doing. Now this is oversaturated because probably of the 1 second, let me close some stuff here. Let me look into this. We have clip skip on, that's wrong. So let's render this again. Okay. Let's make a bunch of images here until we get something. This is already good. This is already good. Okay. So it's oversaturated. Like I said, this is not the latest model that I trained, but now I do the same thing just with realistic vision. Where it is, there we go. Like so. And you can immediately see that this looks different. This is super oversaturated. What the hell is going on? Well, anyways, let's open this up. And then I'm also going to use Ref Animated, which is a different style. 1 second. Not just like a different model, but a different style. And you can immediately see that. This is now with the wrong clip skip. Anyways, forget about the oversaturation for a moment. So you can see here that this has a very specific composition, and that composition is pretty often with Ref Animated. This kind of, she's standing in the center, everything is beautiful. It's a very nice color choice and everything, because this is trained on these digital artworks, right? Then you have here realistic vision, but the problem here is you can see that she's facing the camera head on. She's in the center of the image. All the lines are facing her. It's a very stable photo. There's not any dynamic in here. Now this is what I trained, and you can see she's a little bit off center. She has a dynamic pose in here. The lines are not going towards her. There's a different, when you look at the colors here, again, it's oversaturated. Don't mind that right now. But the colors here feel different, right? It feels a lot more like the images I showed you before from that kind of training set here, right? Where these kind of, like this kind of thing, you know, softer, warmer, nicer colors, right? So that's the kind of aim here for that, right? Okay, let's have a look at the chat 1 second. LoRA would be sweet. LoRA and Dream Booth, like training a model and training a LoRA is exactly the same process. I think I should have explained that in the video. That is like there's no difference. The only difference is that you click on LoRA instead of model. That's the process, and the tagging and everything is exactly the same. Checkpoint and Safe Tensor is just 2 different formats. Checkpoint can be like, there could be some kind of virus in there, some kind of code, bad code. And with Safe Tensor, it's a format that is supposed to be a lot safer, where you can't have the virus in there. That's the only difference, basically. Okay. And then also I want to, I have here, there should be my model that is not mixed. Oli Neon, 1 second. There we have it. So now when you get that, you will see that the result is going to be really bad, and probably also not going to react to what I put in. There we go. You see? So this is the problem I'm having right now, where when I train these models on style, and because now the images are all very different and I'm not using too many images, the output often doesn't look very good. I have to figure out with this kind of thing, because when you train a face, the face is looking similar in all of the photos, but when you have these kind of sets here with the neon light, every image is completely different from the last image. So it's really difficult for the AI to figure out what is it actually what the person wants from me, right? And this is why it makes a lot more sense to mix it with, for example, realistic vision or Ref Animated or anything else. First of all, because then you have a model that already knows how to create a person and it looks better. But secondly, also because the model is more responsive to the words you put into the keywords, because it's already trained on the keywords. So for my model, you can see, for example, she's not wearing a hoodie. Things like that. I mean, I didn't write a specific light color, but here she's wearing a hoodie, so that's working out. And here she's wearing a hoodie, and here she's wearing a hoodie, right? So you would have to train the images with all of these variables in there, basically the keywords, the variables that allow you to have different haircuts, different ethnicities, different face expressions, different clothing styles, different postures, all that kind of stuff. And a model already has it in there, so that makes it a little bit easier, right? Something is wrong with that sign. Yeah. Oh, it says boob. Yeah. There we go. AI. Always on the boob. Okay. Yeah, so mixing that is good. And what you can also do is, I haven't done that here though. Did I? Oh, here is one. Here's a model that is 70% mine and then 30% realistic vision. So we can also try that. I don't think I have mixed one with ref animated, but I can do that too. And surprisingly enough, when you mix it with ref, no, one second. What the hell? Oh, wow. Okay. Naughty, naughty. Oh, this is a different model. I see what's happening here. All right. So let's, yeah, that's better. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So now, wait a second. Yes, this is 70% my model and then 30% realistic vision. Not so great in that case. Like with the other model that I trained later, we have a lot more images and more training steps. It turned out better. Actually, not more training steps. I tried one with 50 training steps per image, and that was not so great. And then I tried one with 10 images. With 10 training steps per image, and that worked better because I had a lot of images. Like I think I had. Could it be like I had 200 images? I think it could be that I had 200 images. Lol. Yeah. Negative prompts for hire. Oh yeah, you can also use negative prompts, right? The only bad thing about having a fast card. Yeah, right. Yeah, there we go. Put that into the bloopers. Yeah. Okay. So for that model, because it was not good in the training, this was one of my first tries here at all. It is better to mix it stronger with the realistic vision. But let's go here to the checkpoint merger. And then we can actually search for neon. There it is. And now we're going to mix this with ref animated. There we go. 1.2. We can also mix it 50-50. I want to see what happens here. The rest doesn't really matter here. Let's merge this. You don't put a name here because then it will put the weights in there. This makes it a lot easier for you to understand afterwards what you did, right? I also trained another model on architecture. And I think if you train something on style and it's like kind of complex to figure out for the AI, you need a lot more images and more steps and stuff like that. This is the one, ref animated. So let's see what we get from this. Now the question in that case is, and I don't know if you know that, but I have now a model that is not trained on clip skip, but I mix it with a model that is trained on clip skip. Which of them am I going to use, right? But what you can see here now, oh, that is very interesting. That is very interesting. Look at that. Like you can see now, we are getting a photograph kind of style, but with the composition that you find in ref animated, right? So you can see this is the ref animated style, right? It's very interesting that this is happening now, because when I mix it with the realistic vision, it didn't happen. So that is really cool. Actually, I want to see. Let's go here to Clip Skip 2 and see what we get then. Oh, that is a good one. You see how that has an impact on ref animated. Interesting. So this is now closer to my model. with clip skip. Interesting. I also like the style. And like, you still get something that looks pretty photographic, but what I like about Ref Animated, first of all, it's easier to prompt for than realistic vision, but then secondly, because it's trained on digital paintings, it has more of an artistic style in there, and I feel like you can even see that in the photos. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Let me write something else here. What kind of closing could we write here? What would be interesting? Or like, should we do like a summer dress or something? Summer dress. There we go. You see? So the model, like if I use my model again, it would not work like that. But here, because I mix it with a model that is trained to be very responsive to keywords, this is working very well, right? And then let's see if that works. Let's go here with a 70-year-old woman. 70-year-old woman. Silver gray hair. Let's see if that works. Well, maybe. No. Okay, but the gray hair is there. The clothing style also changed. That is one thing that's very surprising about that. Let's write here old woman. And then, should we also write wrinkly face? Wrinkly face? Or we can write granny. Granny often works. Ah, yeah, there we go. Look at that. So now we have an old lady and a neon photo. Now the interesting thing here is you can see that, and like I feel like it's almost impossible to create an old lady but with a young fashion style, right? It's for some reason always adapting the fashion style to the age of the person. You can change the age afterwards with Inpainting, but if you now write like cocktail dress or something like that, it's not going to be like a cocktail dress like a 20-year-old woman would wear. It's always kind of in that style of like an older woman. Also, you can see like the colors here are more muted, stuff like that. It's really interesting. All right. If it is a SFW model, transparent raincoat over clothes works awesome with neon light. Really interesting. I don't think we're gonna try that today, but that's an interesting question. Interesting point. Too noisy output. Ah, okay. And clip skip 2 reduces the scene clutter. Yes. Granny in a hoodie. Hey, that's a good idea. Granny wearing... Yeah, you see, it didn't even pick up on the summer dress. In a hoodie. Okay, let's delete this here. Wearing a hoodie. Let's try that. That might be possible. Ah, yeah. Oh, you're right. It did work. Oh, wow. She looks a little bit like an alien, but that is cool. Look at that. Raw, raw. I want that shirt. Raw, raw. That is very cool. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Interesting. So this is how you trick that. Wow. Okay, cool. Huh, interesting. Although now like the neon light in the background is kind of gone. Let's have here pink and blue neon light. Go like that. Let's see what we get from there. Oh, now it's going back to the young. Oh, no. Ah, look at this. Stylish clothing and an old lady. Wow. This is surprising because I had problems creating that, and now it's working really well. Interesting. I did not expect that. Literally. That is so cool. Raw. That is pretty cool. Let's go back here to the other model with realistic vision and see what that creates, if that also works. And by the way, this looks like a photo, right? This is also interesting because it's mixed with the ref animated. So it actually should look completely different. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see, like realistic vision is not happy about that. It's realistic vision is harder to prompt for. This is why I like ref animated, especially if I still get results in the kind of style that I want to have. So if I would remove this, I'm pretty sure we will get an old lady now, but or not. No, still no, which is surprising because that is really surprising. Realistic vision doesn't really have a problem with creating all the characters. I'm surprised. Okay. Anyways, do I have my brutalist model here? I don't think so. No, because I created that with my main computer and I can't move it over now. Okay, anyways. What's the time? Oh, it's about 2 hours. Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot more there's a lot more experimentation needed to figure out these models correctly. But I think I want to see more stuff that is in that way, you know, like more realistic or more not as perfect from the image, from the look of the person, like more normal looking people and more artistic styles. More, for example, when you go to Civid AI, there's not so much for architecture, for landscape, for fashion, for, you know, like normal things, right? There's all this kind of erotic stuff, but then no other stuff. That actually looks pretty cool. That is surprisingly awesome. This also looks very nice. Yeah. I wonder how much we will see artistic works that are inspired by AI, right? Because I don't really see photography like this in real life much, right? And it's an actually interesting subject, right? To have an older generation, but in younger clothing with a younger photographic style with neon lights. I'm not sure if you would find images like that, actual photos like that, right? Yeah. I want to experiment more with like artistic concepts. When you go to my Discord, actually, sorry, to my Twitter, I actually only made one work, but 1 second. Recently, yeah, this one here. That was fun. The image is created by Midjourney, and then I inpainted the faces with Stable Diffusion afterwards to fix all the faces because they didn't look good. And it's kind of this very like strange photography. Now you can also see there's a lot of problems in the bodies, like floating hands and stuff like that. But overall, it's very interesting to create like things you wouldn't normally see as artistic works, and then just play with these things that are more out of the ordinary or ask more questions, right? Yeah, like art does, like you know. So that could be interesting to work more with that. By the way, an interesting moment I had here with this image is when you fix the faces and they are on the side, it doesn't work. So you have to rotate the images so that the faces are upright, and then Stable Diffusion can fix it. Stable Diffusion is not a fan of images of faces that are lying on the side, that are rotated 90 degrees or even upside down. You can forget about that. Okay, anyways, let's have a look here at the chat. A9 access you mixed with ref animated by merging checkpoints. Yes, I mix it with ref animated. Yeah. This is what the merging is, to merge two models together. How much VRAM would it take to render in 1080p by 1080p? Probably. The problem with that is that the high resolution is not supported by the training of the model, unless you have a model, as I think Stable Diffusion XL can render natively in that high resolution, but you can't really do that with these kind of models. Like I can enter this here, but we're probably going to get a bad image from that. So what you want to do here is you use high-res fix. We can actually, let's try that. Let's see if we get something. Oh, we have 4 images here. Let me interrupt that. So we are probably getting, you can already see like multiple characters in here. Let's go with just 1 image. So yeah, you see, like there's a lot of mistakes in here. The arm is floating around and stuff like that because the model is not prepared for this high resolution. So that is what high-res fix is doing. High-res fix is rendering an image in a lower resolution. So you would set this to 512 by 512, and then you would upscale it 2 times. So you get to your 1024 by 1024. You want to set the denoise lower. And now we should get a good image that is first rendered in a low resolution, you can see here, and then it's basically upscaled to a higher resolution as you would do with image to image. But I feel for some reason this process here is a lot slower than when you would actually do it in image to image for some reason. But you get a better image, and the interesting thing is you still get a better image. Oh, this didn't work. This is the problem I have. If I use high-res fix with a low denoise, I'm getting this kind of blur here for some reason. One thing you can do in here to get better results even without a higher render time is to set high-res fix but have it at 1 and then set a high denoise strength. And this still gives you a better result. It's really interesting. Okay. This isn't Vlad. No, this is automatic 1111. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, this isn't actually that good. But yeah, often it can help. It didn't work this time, but it can help. Okay. Anyways, let me go to the big screen. Yeah, that was a fun that was a fun live stream with pretty cool stuff from reference only to segmentation to model training. I want to do more with like more experimentation with model training. I have a Discord group. It might be linked under the video. I'm not quite sure. I have a special channel in there just for training for LoRa's and models. You can ask questions there to the other members in there. There's a lot of people in there with a lot of experience. And I also have one for ComfyUI, a specific room inside of my Discord where people exchange their ideas and builds and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I want to do a video about ComfyUI soon with all these kind of custom models that have been created by the community. There's some really cool stuff has been created. And then with these new models, you can build a lot more advanced things. And then also like, how can I say, processes, building processes, right? Where it goes to multiple steps to create an image you want to have. I showed some of that in one of my videos. For example, you can create individual images with open pose and then put them together into one bigger image, and all of that with just one click of the generate button, everything happening at the same time. We even did that in one of my live streams, creating an open pose, smaller image of a person in an abandoned road, dystopian city, and then a larger background, higher resolution of the dystopian city, and then we matched both of them together in one image. That was pretty cool and worked pretty nice also. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, thank you very much for watching. That was an awesome stream. Thank you also for all of the donations. Really also always amazing. Thank you for the support of my channel. And yeah, see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. And let me find the end screen. There it is. Okay, have a good night. Bye.